countries. So there's 2 signs for country. You can do this one, and it doesn't matter what you do with this non-dominant hand. You can have it up, have it in a fist, whatever's comfortable, hand or fist. But country, you could do it with a Y, circling it, or you can do it flat-handed. You'll see it both. It really depends on the area of the country you live in. I grew up with this because I grew up in Texas, so I did this. And then when I moved north, I started using the Y. I lived in Washington for quite a bit, and we used the Y a lot. But it really depends, and you'll see a lot of people, even if you're in Texas, you'll see people do here, you know, it doesn't matter. People will know both signs, okay? And if they don't, fingerspell it. Okay, here's the next sign, nation. It's the N. And you circle it around and drop it down the middle on top of your A hand. Nation. Okay, so here's some more country names. America. You put your fingers together like this. America. This is like a melting pot. All the nations come together, and a melting pot, like you're stirring them around. Okay. Canada. Your A hand, you tap it on your chest here. Some people say it's talking about, in reference to the mounted police. They always get their man, like they're grabbing their shirt, you know, catching them, but don't grab your shirt. I mean, I have done that once, and I'm like, what am I doing? Just double tap. Canada. France. Take your F and you flick it. It's I was taught that it was like they're pulling their hankies out of the sleeve of their shirt. France. In Africa, you're tracing the shape of the continent. Africa. Africa used to have a different sign. It was more around the face, but that has since, it's not politically correct anymore. And there's several country signs that we'll go through that you might see an old sign, but the deaf community is trying to phase those out to not be as offensive. But Africa. So Africa is one of those that's changed. Poland, this is what Poland is, and I haven't seen a new sign for Poland yet. This is the one I've seen. But typically things around the nose are kind of offensive. So if you're Polish, or from Poland, I am not intending to offend you by signing the sign. And I would love to know if someone knows of the updated version of Poland, because I haven't. All my friends, they still sign this, so maybe I have really rude friends, I don't know. Russia is Russia. Make sure you don't go like this. Up here is ugly. Okay, but you're at the chin. It's like wiping ale off your face, if you think of it like that, and flicking it off. So you draw it across your chin and flick. Russia. You don't want to, anyway. Germany. You put your hands here. There was another one that was in reference to their helmets. You'll still see pointy, their helmets, like they used to have on their helmets. Soldiers in war used to have that. So probably don't want to use it. I mean, it's not as offensive, you know, at least it's not like a swastika or something. That would be super offensive. So you might still see this, like old school signers, but you're going to see this, okay? So just use this, erase this one. Germany, okay? I'm going to get lots of comments. You are such a jerk, you're a racist. I'm not, I swear. Okay, Australia. It's like this. You pinch it and flick it. It's kind of like, it's reference to the kangaroo pockets. Okay? Australia. And I want to say I've seen a sign like this for Australia. Anyway, China. This is called a loan sign because this is the sign that China actually uses for their own country. We used to have a different one that was not very friendly. I mean, it wasn't really rude, but it was just really blunt. Okay. Anyway, so the new one is you point to shoulder, shoulder, hip. Oh, you can't see it. Sorry. Shoulder, shoulder, down here. Well, my baby belly, but shoulder, shoulder, hip. Is China. Japan is another one that had an offensive sign, as you can imagine. Now it's kind of like you're tracing the shape of their island. Japan like this. Okay, England. I mean, you can put your hand out or down, but you're grasping it here, okay? England. Europe is the E, and you're circling your forehead like this. Europe. And you kind of circle it and tap it a little bit. Europe. Okay? Now there's two signs for Holland. One is the pipe. You have your Y hand, and you go like this. You bring it down and arch up. Holland. You know, if you think of the Ricola commercials, Ricola pipe, you know. And then there's the one like this, with a hair. But this is the more used one now. It's a more modern, updated sign, so I would recommend this one. India is I hand, and you tap it twice. It's the middle of your forehead. India. And then there's Mexico. You have a X hand here, and you have your X hand here, and you bring them down. Mexico. You can see it double-handed. You can see it one-handed. Okay? There's a couple other countries, but I don't want to overwhelm you because that's quite a bit of countries. So let's review it. I'll turn my voice off and spare you the ear pain. Okay. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you had fun learning the countries. And I didn't offend anybody. And maybe later on I'll follow up with some more countries to do, because they really are kind of fun. And the rest of them, you know, probably like, they're a little more obscure. You're just going to finger spell. And a lot of them, you'd have to find out the signs from the people that actually live in the country, what their sign is. So it'd be really cool to have like all the deaf people in every country post somewhere what the sign is for their country. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe we'll have to start some campaign like that. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you had fun. Bye.